Playoffs? Playoffs? Seriously? We're talking playoffs. We're talking about playoffs with this team?
Not anymore.
No, we're not talking playoffs. Are we talking? We're talking playoffs?
We're talking practice. All right, Jet fans, welcome back to another Jets Therapy. And again, we said it after games like that Thursday night game last week against the Jags. And we'll say it again right here. This is why Dan and I started Jets Therapy, right, Dan? For the games that they lift you up, and then they remind us that we're Jets fans and that they're the New York Jets. Dude, honestly, just didn't feel like from the literal get-go, from the first drive, didn't even feel like we had a chance to win this game, right? I mean, they marched down the field, scored right away. And we came back. We didn't even score. We had it was a 3-and-out, and then we eventually finally got a field goal to make it 10-3. And you're like, all right, maybe we're in it. And then there was never a chance after that. Positive, we'll hold on for that in a minute because again, it just didn't feel right. Well,
we're not a playoff team. I mean, it's a simple. It's very obvious. It's with all of the back and forth between this game, and if this team wins and that team loses, and we do this and they do that, it's comical.
Yeah,
it's comical at that point to even think that this team, can you imagine this team playing the Chiefs right now or playing the Bills right now? Or I don't care. It's just thinking that this team has the before the game, it's embarrassing, honestly. Thinking that this team had the ability to go to the playoffs is just embarrassing at this point. There's no competent play at the quarterback position. I mean, Mike White, it's very sad because I love the dude. I really do as a person, as a human being. I think he's a great dude. He's a family man. He's got a couple kids. He says all the right things. His team gets behind him. He proved today why he's a backup.
Yeah.
I mean, simple as that. I mean, honestly, there were times in the game where you're just saying to yourself, why isn't Zach Wilson playing? If you think that Zach Wilson is the future of this franchise, then why wouldn't you just let him play through games like this? Because Mike White is obviously not the answer. Now, hindsight's 2020. Before the game started, everyone's excited about Mike White, and I was too. And I'm not taking any of that back. I was very excited to see Mike White come in here, and if he plays well the last two games, and maybe you found a guy that could start next year.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not true. He was missing the easy passes. He was missing the out routes. He was missing just borderline everything. He had guys open across the middle. The passes that we've seen him make with ease throughout his starts, he was missing.
Yeah.
He was just simply missing. I mean, this was not a guy that is going to have the ability to be a successful playoff quarterback. But so right now we're in a very, very difficult position as a franchise, as an organization. You have a decent defense, and I can't anoint this defense of saying they're top 5 in the league anymore. After you let this team come in here and do what they did. Dude, they ran, and Geno Smith did nothing.
Okay.
He did nothing special.
No, Geno looked okay. We made
Geno. What did he do? The easiest of passes, 8-yard pass, 6-yard pass, 7-yard pass. This is what essentially teams have recognized about the Jets on offense. If we don't implode, we will win. That's essentially what they've realized. The Jets' offense is so bad, and our defense is good. I will say Sauce Gardner still is great. DJ Reed coming back is going to be great. We're still going to have a good defense next year. That's just obvious. And what we've proven from the offensive side of the ball is just if you don't stink, whatever team comes and plays us, if you don't stink offensively, you're going to win. Just don't turn the ball over. That's it.
We beat the Bills, Dan. Dan, I don't want to hear it because we beat the Bills. My rebuttal to that is what did I say last week?
20-17.
We got to hold them to at least 25 points, and we did that. We held another team to 20 or less points, right? So,
dude, we beat the Bills with Zach Wilson 7 games ago.
You can't ask you can't ask 1/3 of a team to carry you the entire season. I'm sorry. It's week 17. We need to score a damn touchdown.
No, but I'm saying that as
We
well.
need to.
I'm saying
But
that as
that
well.
takes pressure off the defense.
Other teams are realizing this offense is so bad.
Yeah, we're
All
bad.
we have to do offensively is just not be terrible, and we know that this offense is not going to beat us.
I'll give you that.
But
to say
like
this
the
defense
Jets
is not elite, we're top 5, Dan, it is. It
they're
is.
not top five. They're not.
We
top
held
five.
another team. You hold a team to 20 points, you probably expect to win. This is our 4th game this year.
Dude, the
where we haven't
Seahawks are
scored
not
a
that
touchdown.
good. The Seahawks are not good.
No, they're not. But they were letting up. Their defense was letting up 25 points a game. We scored 6, Dan. We scored 6.
Yeah.
Our offense couldn't do anything. Now, again, I'm done with the QB. It's Zach. It's Flacco. It's Mike LaFleur. It's Mike effing LaFleur at this point. Like, who's the scapegoat now? Because Zach's not there. Like you said, dude, there were times where I was rubbing my eyes. I was like, is that a number 2 jersey in there right now? Because Mike White was missing open throws. Mike White was, missing wide open receivers. So I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just we don't have the right guy.
This is definitely, you're right, that this is definitely proven that it's not just Zach.
No, it's
because
not.
For the longest time, we kept saying, it's Zach. Well, okay. We just put Mike White in there into the same exact offense. And the thing about this offense, dude, it's boring. It's so boring. Whatever happened to all of these fun, these elaborate, all of these creative plays that the LaFleur had last year? Are those going to ever come back? What is going on right now? I mean, there's truly nothing exciting about this offense. And then we elevate Strevler, which I was so excited about. And there's no Strevler. There's no creativity. There's no fake this, pitch this, do that. Like, the defense literally knew every single time that you hike the ball, well, they're either going to run it up the middle or they're going to throw some sort of a 13-yard slant or some sort of it was just so predictable. There was nothing fun. There was nothing fun about this offense, man. And again, this is just proven we're not, maybe next year, whatever changes need to be made in order to become a more competent team, a better team. I think that all 3 coaches, defensive, offensive, and Saleh are still here. I do. I don't think anyone's getting fired.
No, someone's getting fired. I guarantee someone's getting fired this offseason.
I disagree.
And if they don't, then everybody's getting fired next year when we don't make the playoffs. I promise you, that's what's going to happen. Dude, I like Saleh. I really do. And maybe this is just me being a little reactionary. I don't know. The defense has come on. So, has come on since everybody wanted Ulbrich out of town. But like, this offensive line, whether it's an offensive line coach, I don't care. Somebody needs to like take the bait for this one, right? Like, someone needs to go, because this was a what was it? Cover 0 on the final play of the game to lose against the Raiders, right? What was that? Dude, like, this offense, Dan, on a 3rd and 4, we tried to run it up the middle, and that was it. Like, that was the play. We lost a yard.
Not good.
You gotta do something better than that. I'm sorry. On 3rd and 4,
there's no creativity.
That's your play? Like,
I don't understand. Every single time Mike White drops back,
too much in his head, like trying to be too analytical about it. Oh, this is what we're gonna do. But like, it was terrible to watch. And like you said, it just wasn't fun. I was checked out after the first quarter because I couldn't even stand
it. It's so sad. Like, I felt like, because this year has been different in terms of like my mindset. Honestly, we've been so bad offensively over the past couple of years. Every single time I get more excited when we're on defense.
Yeah.
Than when we're on offense. I'm like, and it's so pathetic. I'm like, well, maybe we can get a pick 6. And then if we have the ball on offense, we can drive 80 yards and then we can get a touchdown and then maybe it'll be a close game. It's like pathetic. Bad. These last 2 games are some of the worst back-to-back losses that you're going to see. And this is coming from a season that was supposed to be successful. When
if we won just one of those games, if we won just one of these last 2, we would still might be.
And dude, if we didn't have one of the best comebacks ever versus the Browns, you got 6 wins. Mm-hmm. You're at 6-10.
That's why, dude, honestly, like I don't see nobody getting fired after starting. What did we start? 7-4, right? We started 7-4,
6-3, 7-4.
6-3, 7-4. This is where we're at right now. Like we haven't.
You lose
won a game
5.
again?
We've lost 5 games in a row.
Yeah. So, dude, I don't care about next week. I put Zach Wilson in again. I don't need to see Mike White. Put Zach Wilson in for the last game of the year.
I said that to someone earlier. I was like, I cannot believe I'm asking for Zach Wilson to be the quarterback of this team again. After what we saw versus Jacksonville.
We've seen enough from Mike White. He's a serviceable, and like no expectations on him. He's probably going to do things like that Bengals game last year. He's going to do some things like, he had one game, one win.
Check down, the check down king.
So that's fine, and that's cool.
And again, I hate that I'm even talking like this, because like I do really like Mike White. I do.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I think he's good, and he's had the ability to hit some big plays and hit some, really difficult passes when he's needed to. It's just like, dude, the quarterback, how long is the quarterback position for this franchise going to hold you back? How long are we going to say, oh, we got a pretty good defense, but this offense, I mean, like, dude, it's a broken record. It's a broken record. And I remember talking to somebody like 4 years ago, and I was like, I'm sick of having a good defense. This is all the Jets have ever had for how long? Dating back to Mark Sanchez, dude, in 2009.
Yeah.
All we kept talking about, even when we were at the AFC Championship game, was like, we have a good defense. We have a good defense. That's what I want to score 30 points. I want to score 27 points. I want to see production. I don't want to keep biting my nails and hoping that our defense has the ability to stop the opposing team's offense.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, what needs to change? Because you're right. Like, I don't think Michael Flory gets fired, but this dude is I don't know what's happening, but he has regressed as Zach Wilson has regressed.
You can only see the regression out of him so much. You know what I mean?
And it's been difficult for him, dude. He's had Joe Flacco, Strevler, Zach Wilson, and Mike White as quarterbacks of his offense. Dude, talk about setting an offensive coordinator up for failure. I mean, what do you want out of this guy? I think that there should be better play call at times, but he's had no like legitimate quarterback play.
Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl winner. Possibly Hall of Famer, possibly. I don't know. Maybe.
Fantastic.
Maybe. So he's got it in him somewhere. Chris Strevler is Tim Tebow reborn, so everybody loves him. Zach Wilson can make any throw except for an out route, right? Like, except for a throw to the flat. Can make any throw on the field. And then Mike White is, I don't know. Mike White's Mike effing White, dude. He's in the Hall of Fame already. So yeah, I get your point, but I don't know. I don't know enough about you say it a lot. I don't know enough about the X's and O's, but I'm done pointing fingers at players and saying Zach Wilson can't do it. Mike White can't do it. Like maybe that's true. And maybe we're just cursed at quarterback. Damn you, Joe Namath, for cursing us at quarterback and selling your soul for a Super Bowl that I wasn't even born to see yet.
You're looking at a new quarterback next year. I mean, we're bringing somebody in.
It's going to be Derek Carr, and it's going to be the same old thing. Oh, why is Derek Carr not doing well? Well, because he was washed up, and the Raiders didn't want him for a reason.
Dude, Derek Carr's 31, about to be 32.
You know who I want, Dan?
How old I am.
I want.
You want me?
Rodgers.
You want me at quarterback?
I want him real bad, and let Wilson sit behind him for a year. That's what I want. I've made up my mind.
I agree.
Aaron Rodgers, Wilson sitting behind him, learning from him.
You know who
before we go get Aaron Rodgers, we need to bring back Wayne Corbett.
I want Wayne.
You bring back Wayne Corbett, baby.
No, I agree. I totally agree with you, dude. That like at this point, seeing what our potential options are at quarterback, and seeing how well Aaron Rodgers is playing right now, bring him in for like a year or two. Let Zach Wilson just sit behind him and learn for a little bit, and then Zach becomes your quarterback in his 4th year.
That's it. That's what I want. We'll see. But we need a new offensive line. I think this
team is sick. You should be paid to support this team. Yeah, you should be given $50 a week to watch the team.
What's Woody Johnson giving us? Nothing.
You know what he has given us? He keeps increasing the ticket sales. He keeps increasing how expensive it is to become
you need to pay more
season ticket holder.
Lose.
The Jets got to 7-4, and then he increased the ticket sales for next year. Nice. Now we're 7-8. Maybe you're going to go to a 7-9. Nice. Why?
I don't know, Dan.
Sometimes I just ask why.
Because we're Jets fans. That's why. Just because.
It's not enough anymore.
The big guy or girl upstairs doesn't like the color green, apparently.
Doesn't like Gotham green. Loves Eagle green. Whatever that's called.
That's true. Oh, dude, I don't know what else I can say about it. It's another demoralizing loss that just hurts. It just makes you realize maybe I shouldn't be a Jet fan, right? But you know what?
Can't
Dan,
change now.
we can't do that. We can't jump ship. We're here to take the punches. We are the punching bag. We take the punches.
Right and that's what's right when you thought like,
maybe it's different.
Are we potentially breaking out of the same old Jets mentality? Is this team different? Robert Saleh, Zach Wilson's looking great.
Nah.
Are we gonna staple ourselves as a strong defense and a gutsy offense that just gets the job done? No, you're not. You're not going to do that. You're going to stink. You're going to be bad.
You're going to stink.
You're going to give Jets fans hope, which is the worst thing that you can give them.
Here's Russell Wilson.
Oh.
Here's the Jets, Dan.
No.
Here? Maybe
no.
Here's the Jets.
Please.
We both stink. They both
Russell
stink.
Wilson will always be below the Jets. He stinks.
You know.
And then seeing Brady win today, and it's just sickening.
It wasn't good. Not fun.
Not like
fun for anybody.
Well, if you win next week,
doesn't matter, Dan.
The Dolphins stink.
If we lose next week, we get a top 10 draft pick.
Well, I was just saying, like, if you win next week and you finish 8-9,
it doesn't matter.
If you would have no, it doesn't matter. But if you would have told me at the beginning of the season, hey, you're going to finish 8-9, like,
are you going to double your win total from last year?
Yeah,
sure.
And that's why I'm telling you, Saleh's not getting fired. You know, like,
again, it's one of those things that, yes, had you told us at the beginning of the year we're going to finish 8-9, that's fine. But it's the like. I was just texting my friend Brian earlier. I said, looking at the season, yes, it's a win, right? Like 8-9, that's a good season. Defense is looking very good, primed to be a top 3, top 2 defense next year if we can keep some people, make some changes. But like the way we went about it was not a win, right? Like 7-4, 6-3, playoff expectations. We're first in the AFC. Like, and
it just feels like
spiral.
It just feels like the same old Jets is too strong to overcome.
The stench.
Like you can give us, and dude,
that workout shirt you just can't get the smell out of, but it's so comfy to wear, Dan.
And tell me I'm wrong right now. I'm gonna make a quick statement. Tell me I'm wrong. Did Garrett Wilson look like he just wasn't running his routes? He looked slow. He looked bored. He looked annoyed. He did not look like a captain. There were a few routes at the end of the game where he didn't even come back for the ball. He looked like a rookie that just knew this season's over. I'm going to hang it up. I didn't see anything out of him all game long. I saw no Garrett Wilson. Corey Davis, you're gone, dude. Nice. Thanks for being a Jet and being our number 1 receiver. You stink. I'm done with the drop balls. I'm done with the Corey Davis thing.
Oh, Corey Davis. Okay. I thought you said Garrett Wilson for a second there.
No. I love Garrett Wilson, but I don't know what it was with this game. Corey Davis is gone.
Yeah, Corey Davis.
You're gone. Guess what? Denzel Mims, you're gone. Denzel Mims doesn't want to play. That dude falls like a little bit on his shoulder and he's hurt. Somebody gives him a little kick in the face mask. I'm out, concussion. That dude's done. I want Garrett Wilson. I want Elijah Moore. Obviously,
you mean Elijah Moore, the guy who asked for a trade when we were winning?
I don't care.
We want him back?
Yes. I don't care.
I get it. I do. Yeah, dude.
Give
I don't know.
I agree. Scum of the earth.
You know, but you know what happened? We threw
the ball. I can't continue to lose.
We threw the ball to both tight ends today.
Yeah, and Uzama dropped like 3 passes. There's no positive. There's no gas or break in this episode.
Oh, that's right. Gas and break. There's no gas.
We're done.
The only gas is that it stinks. It's the stinky kind of games.
Dropped passes, no offense, no quarterback. Offensive line is still shaky. The defense didn't play like they were supposed to play, letting up 50, 60-yard plays. You don't do that if you're a playoff team. And that at the end of the day, that's what's so frustrating for me is like all of the playoff talk. What a joke. What a joke. Can you imagine this team in the playoffs, dude? Playoffs?
Nah. Not these
Playoffs?
guys. Not this year. Not these guys. Not the Jets. We're just
And
not destined to get there.
We've watched enough football and we've been through enough off seasons where I don't even know what needs to happen.
I thought we had it. I thought we did it this year.
I did too. That's what I'm talking about. I thought we did it. Like maybe you find like a unicorn quarterback at some point.
Nope.
Dude, we haven't been to the playoffs in 13 years.
I think it's longer than that. 2009. 13. No, you're right, 13. Because 14 years, Dan.
Or 14? Whatever. I mean, it's too long. Whatever
it's too long. But you know what? Just like Mike White's ribs, this wound will heal. But we'll come out faltering next week.
I feel bad for Mike White, man. I mean,
I do. But again,
he played poorly. Yes, I get it. And this was his chance to be like, hey man, can you potentially contribute to this team next year? And it's like, no, you're just a backup. You know, you showed us all you could. I mean, like you had some flashes of greatness here and there, but you're a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether
he's a good backup, though. He's a very good backup.
He's a good backup. I hope we pay him, and I hope he sits behind. I don't even know who.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a terrible, terrible thing.
We got running back figured out. Breece Hall will be back. We've got wide receiver figured out. We've got the defense figured out. We literally need to be hyper focused on quarterback and offensive line. That's it. That's it.
Well, you still have some question marks at defense. You know, Carl Lawson, what's going to happen with him? Quinnen Williams.
Restructured contract. Quinnen Williams is going to get the bag from us, hopefully. I think Carl Lawson stays on a restructured contract. I think CJ Mosley stays on a restructured contract.
I don't like going into a season because you're right. Breece Hall, like literally, is our offense. He's the reason our offense.
Yeah.
And then what if he gets hurt again? You just not good again?
You know, I get Patrick Mahomes is having a good season. All these people in talks of MVP. MVP should be Breece Hall, because hear me out. When he was in, we were 7-4. We were winning games. When he goes out, I guess AVT too. When he went out, we haven't.
Dude, we lost our two best offensive playmakers in the same quarter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody hates the Jets. I'm not going to blame it on God.
Should have packed it up then.
The football gods hate the Jets. And that's not even a joke. That's just true. I know. I've gotten more texts tonight. Nice game. God.
Sick, dude. Sick Jets. Cool. Playoffs, huh? Yeah, funny.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing is the playoffs. Like,
you guys thought you were going.
If the Patriots lose one of their games,
if we get in the playoffs, just watch what our defense can do.
You can't. It's not like you can't even beat the Seahawks. You can't even compete with the Seahawks.
Dan, we couldn't compete with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Score a touchdown.
We couldn't compete with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Dan. They used to be us.
Why are we talking about the playoffs?
They used to be worse than us.
You're terrible. You're bad. We're talking about the playoffs. You can't beat the Seahawks. You can't beat Jacksonville. You can't beat the Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Oh, yeah.
You're not good. I mean, what are you going to say? You're not a good team.
I'm getting to a bad place here, head-wise. So,
we haven't won a game in 2 months, Gordon.
Exactly. And I didn't want to think about that.
What are you...
But we played meaningful games in December.
Oh, thank God. God bless this franchise. Bless you, Woody Johnson.
Bless you.
Thank you, Woody. Thank you, Woody, for giving us meaningful games in January. I feel much better about myself.
Oh, I guess it's January. That's right.
No, it's January.
This
Thank
game
you,
was
Lee.
meaningful, but the way we played,
Thank you, Chris Johnson, for giving us meaningful games. God bless you. Thank you for contributing and staying on as an advisor. Thank you.
all
That's
right,
it.
Dan.
That's it.
JETS. Just end the season.
No. Jets.